I'm gonna put peanut butter on here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That is our picky eater. She doesn't really like eating a lot, but she loves peanut butter. So what we do is we try to give her peanut butter when she asks for it, which is good because it's high in calories. It has fat, so that helps. But she's actually becoming better now. She's at least trying a lot of stuff. You love it? You like it? Is it yummy? Nice.
Cause you know I'm rolling steady, a husband, father, Christian and truck driver, telling you my story and the world through my eyes. So keep the faith, let's keep it fresh. And this is driver success. Yeah, let's go.
For those of you that are interested in learning how to back up a truck, that truck is coming out in the next couple of videos. I'm not sure how many videos, maybe 2 or 3. It just depends. We'll be talking about backing a truck. For today's devotion, I read something that Rick Warren wrote. It's based off of Colossians chapter 3 verse 17. That verse says in the NIV, it says, whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. And what he was really talking about is that our lives should be lives that are ministering. Of course, I'm paraphrasing it based on what I understood. But he said that whatever you do, whether you're a truck driver, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are a teacher, whether you are a stay-at-home mom, whatever you do, it should be based on 2 things. 1, helping people. 2, honoring God. If you have that kind of mindset that your job or whatever you're doing is based on 2 things, helping others and honoring God, then that is what ministry is all about. Your life becomes ministry. And if you think about it, it's the same thing that Jesus said. Somebody asked him, what is the greatest commandment? And he said, love God, love people. So I think loving God and loving people, helping people, honoring God, serving people, that's what ministry is all about. And so learning to get our lives to be in that kind of flow where we are always having people and God on our mind, that whatever we do, we are honoring God and we are serving or helping people. That is what ministry is all about. Now, that is easily said than done, because as human beings, most of the times we are selfish. It's all about us, what we want. And so we are always looking out for our best interests. So it takes really the help of the Holy Spirit for one to be able to put others, to think of others and put them ahead of themselves. So my prayer is that you and I will learn to live lives of ministry where we are honoring God and we are serving people, where we are helping people, where we are loving people and loving God. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you are able to find the channel. There are some other videos. Take your time and go through some other videos that may be helpful to you. Don't forget to subscribe. That helps out the channel. Don't forget to share, leave comments, and in case you need my help, my email is moses@driversuccess.com. You can leave me a comment, you can reach out to me and let me know any way that I can be of service to you. I'm at Uline in Coppell. I rarely get an empty here, so I don't know if there's one here. I'm done here, heading to my second stop, which is a pickup, and I think it's a live load. It's my first time here, but looks like we're backing right in there. I don't know if that's how we do it. I'm not sure where I check in from, but we'll see. I just went to the receptionist. I asked her, and she has no idea what I'm supposed to do. And this is the place I'm supposed to be at. But she has no idea where shipping is or what I'm supposed to do. So she told me to come and try to ring the bell right here and see if it will help. So I really have no idea why the other guy backed into there, because I found him backing into there. Because you can go in, I believe you can go in facing inside. It's kind of tricky, but he backed in. I don't know how and why he did that, but I'm gonna go in facing inside unless they tell me not to. We'll see. It's kind of tight right there. All right, so let's talk about backing. As I said, it's gonna be a series of videos, so I'm just gonna be giving you pointers just off of the top of my head, and hopefully they can be able to help you. And again, I'll be trying to, in the other videos, I'll be trying to illustrate what I talk about using the truck. Let me first pour myself a cup of tea right here. Tea is my thing. When we go in trucking school, the first thing that we learn to do is straight line backing, where we are backing the trailer back in a straight line. And when we are backing in the trailer, what they're trying to tell us is to look in the mirrors, and when we see the trailer going this side, we turn towards it so that it can go the opposite side. And then we look in the other mirror. If we see it trying to come the other side, we turn towards it so that it goes the opposite side. And in doing that, they are trying to teach us how to control that trailer while backing up in a straight line. I remember my instructor telling me something. I don't know if some of you have already heard of this, but it's something that he told me and something I've never forgotten. He said that when you are driving trucks, really the thing you are driving is the trailer. So in other words, he was telling me that you always have to know where your trailer is. You need to learn to control where that trailer is. For you to learn to back up, it's all about always knowing where your trailer is, because that is what is going to help you out. So the reason why they were telling us, when you see the trailer start to come out this side, turn towards it so that it goes the opposite side. They are trying to teach us how to know where the trailer is and how to respond to it. But that same thing I've realized as I watch new drivers back up, that same concept can be confusing. And the reason it's confusing is because we always just remember that whenever the trailer is this side and you want it to move the other side, you turn towards it. That's what we remember. But what we forget is that trailers do not move, like they don't move as a whole. There is a pivot point here, like where the fifth wheel is. That's a pivot point. So when you are looking in your mirror and looking at the trailer, it's technically the back part that is moving. This part where the fifth wheel is not moving per se. It's the back part that is moving. But when people are backing up, new drivers are backing up, they kind of, I think that the whole trailer is moving. And so they start reacting in ways where they're thinking of the whole trailer, not remembering that there's a pivot point where the fifth wheel is, and it's the back that is moving. I know it may be a little confusing right now, but in the next videos, I'm gonna try to explain it better for you to understand. But why I wanted to start out just explaining that you always want to know where your trailer is. One of the things I'm going to leave you with for you to practice is, I want you to get to get a point with, let me see if I can use, let me try and use a pen here and see if I can explain what I want you to practice. I want to get this to lock in here so you see what I'm talking about. Okay, I want you to find 2 parking spots. So what I want you to do is park your trailer in one spot, right? And then I want you to practice just pulling your trailer like out and parking it just on this line where your tires are just on the inside of this line right here. After putting it on this line, your tires just touching this line, then I want you to change and take your tractor trailer to be on this line so that your tires are now on this line. Just practice doing that. Just make sure that there is nothing in this lane and there is nothing here. The reason why that is important is, by the way, as you do it, I want you to watch your trailer. And the reason why that is important is going to help you see how your trailer kind of reacts as you move forward and as you bring it back to try and settle it on here. And what are you really doing to the steering wheel as you pull forward, as you bring it back here? It may look like a simple thing, but you know what they call the serpentine like maneuver, like where you kind of keep on moving your trailer in like kind of serpentine, like a snake kind of wave for you to make it straight. I believe they taught you that in school, like where you park it like alongside a curb, and for you to make it straight, you have to kind of pull it forward while kind of, you know, like making small changes so that it settles on that line. So practice bringing the tires on this line. When you have it all settled, then try pulling forward and then bring it and then settle it on this line. Just do that. What that is going to help you do is, again, as I said, for you to learn how your trailer reacts to your maneuvers as you make the turns in the steering wheel, what large turns do, what small turns do, for you to kind of get a feel of how the trailer reacts. And again, as I said, make sure you are watching it to see how it's moving, because I want you to see that it's not the whole trailer moving, and I want you to realize the pivot points. You have the pivot point like where your fifth wheel is, and where, depending on where your tires are, you also have another pivot point. So just practice that and let me know if how that goes. But again, it's the first thing that I want you to kind of get the concept of where your trailer is, and then in the other videos I'm gonna start showing you other things that will help you out. Okay, yeah, I ended up backing into this place because you don't have space to turn around because there are other trucks in here, so you have to back up from the road. I've been here for a while. I got here about 1645. Right now it's 1900.